So, coming back into the Dungeons and Dragons here for a second. Fitz, it is the next morning. It is the next morning after your strange encounter with your monocle. Did you sleep at all last night?
He was like on the other side of the bed. He like moved to the far side, and every now and again he'd like peek over and like see if he could catch it shining while he's not looking or something. He never did.
No.
So it was a bit more restless than usual.
Okay. Well, you wake up the next morning, go through your daily rituals. Cyran, you have been traveling now for about 3 days. You know that you are traveling with not just the contingent from the hold that is guarding you and Priyat Hadam, but you are also traveling with a gentleman, a knight of the Lord's Alliance, very, very large man with a fine mustache and goatee combo. He has a large helmet with a giant long feathered plume that runs like straight up out of the top for about 3 inches before sweeping backwards and down. He's almost difficult to look at in direct sunlight. His armor is so shiny. But he is riding with a couple of members of his order and a wagon. And behind your stagecoach, the wagon for the Lord's Alliance, and the contingent from the hold that is protecting the whole thing, there is a shipment of goods that you know is destined for the town of Conneberry, which is along Tribor Trail past Phandalin where you're stopping.
Okay.
Okay. Has anything gone on with you? Or are you just like riding quietly? Like what does your day look like?
It'd more or less be keeping to myself, asking what's her name?
His name is Abriv Hadam.
Oh.
I'll spell it here.
Seeing if
You could just call him H, because then
I
you've
did write that down.
abbreviated it.
I spelled it right. Okay, I'd ask
That
Abriv
was good.
if he knows anything about the people that I'm about to work with. Maybe once I'd ask him in one of the days. Like, he'd be surprised that I spoke up.
Yeah, it's like maybe he's sort of nodding a little bit, and you ask him, and he'll pop up. Oh, well, to be perfectly honest with you, there is not a lot that I know about them except that they are fairly efficient in their work.
Oh, okay.
They took care of a great thorn in the hold's side. Something that we have been ashamed of for some time.
What was the thorn?
There is a mine in the region that was lost due to poor judgment on the part of a number of Helmshold's agents. And they were able to liberate it from Drow, I believe it was.
Would I know how dangerous Drow are?
Drow are sort of the things that parents tell their children about like the scary stories are like, and then a drow climbed up out of the sewers and killed a bunch of people or something like that.
Oh, okay.
It's like they're
I would say-
nightmares essentially.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't have to deal with that. That sounds awful.
I can only imagine.
It sucked.
I know, I was there.
No, you weren't. You're lying.
So otherwise, there is a half-orc and a gnome. The half-orc is a strong fellow. The gnome is a wizard.
Are there stereotypes for wizards?
Bookish,
Yes.
I'm sure
very
there's
like
stereotypes for gnome too.
imagine. So gnomes are a lot like children in the way that they love things. Gnomes are well known for being tinkerers and inquisitive, that sort of thing. Wizards are known to be generally quiet, like nose in a book, studious, nerdy, crazy.
Gnome Wizard is like if you put a kid in a candy store, but also gave him the Infinity Gauntlet.
That's
Yeah,
not. That's not incorrect.
I would say a gnome wizard. That's sounds pretty terrifying if you're on his bad side.
Oh, yeah.
That's racist.
Ah!
That's not racist. Wizards are terrifying. All that magic and stuff.
In fairness, that is true. It's still racist. Be careful.
I didn't know we were judging like that.
I should probably.
It's
at some-
funny. It's funny because the brief Adam's voice is based on a racial stereotype.
It's not based on a stereotype. He is Indian.
Where's India?
in favor?
James.
So there is an equivalent, but shut up. The group trundles along. You've made camp a number of these nights. Everyone, all the groups sort of keep to themselves. The Lord's Alliance people will sort of camp off to one side, and you and your wagon will camp off to another side. You probably sleep in the wagon. The only sort of common group will be the merchants who are hauling this trade caravan along behind you. What you stick to yourself though, pretty much. Like, are you?
Oh yeah, after him calling me a racist, I don't think I'd speak another word the entire trip.
Oh man, I'm there.
I'm just embarrassed.
Perfect. Okay, are you reading a book or like what are you doing?
I mean, I don't know if I have any books on
He's
me.
staring at his feet.
Okay. I mean, it.
Can I just say I have a book?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. You have.
I'll let you know the title of the book once I look it up.
You have your signed copy of The Lusty Argonian Maid.
That was good. That was good.
First
No,
printing.
it's called Tusk Glove. Tusk Glove. That's what it's called.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Write that down in chat right now. Roll 20 chat. Nope.
I don't know if that's exactly what it's called. Yeah, that.
I need some backstory. Tell me about this book.
Oh, it's from CR!
Yeah, it's from CR.
Tusk Glove is a smutty romance novel purchased by Jester from the Chastity's Nook bookshop in Zadesh. The story deals with the saucy union of Oscar, a half-orc, and the daughter of a traveling merchant named Guinevere. They meet along the Amber Road up near Druvenload. However, they couldn't be together for fear of what their families might think. It's Romeo and Juliet.
Hey, Puffer, do you remember when we spent
Except
way
a
too
lot
long on
worse.
Tumblr looking at that one fan fiction?
Which was that one?
Yeah, don't worry.
Oh god, that one. I actually read the chapter because I wanted to see what it said, and it was just as bad as I thought.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. Okay,
It
well
was
that
bad.
that explains why I didn't recognize Tusk Love. I haven't gotten to that episode in Critical Role yet, so
Yeah, it's season 2.
yeah, I'm into season 2, but they've not gotten to Zadash.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you got your smut. How would you rate it, like on a scale of 1 to 10?
The characters very well put together.
Hmm.
I don't care for any of the smut stuff,
Okay.
but I just like the characters. I'm kind of using it to learn how to behave around people again.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
yes, I'm so excited.
Beautiful. Okay.
Oh god.
I just read like any book I find, I read that and just study how people
Oh, God,
interact
he's
in
like a
social
Martian.
situations.
You're just studying social cues?
A little bit.
Dude, he's gonna be so thrown through a loop when he meets
Oh.
Thanos.
Oh no.
Oh, this poor man.
Oh, it's gonna be
He's
so- I don't-
Thanar.
I don't know if I'm going to feel worse for Thanar or for Cyran or for Fitz.
Fitz is lonely now, dude.
Oh, this
Fitz
is going
is
to be
expecting
so...
a friend. Fitz is expecting a friend.
Oh, he's going to
We'll be
get a
friends.
friend.
We'll be friends.
A close friend. Okay, so
You
you
talk about being autistic together, Jesus.
so you rumble along, sort of the swaying of the cart back and forth, lulls you to sleep a number of times, and you wake up. That at one point, like you wake up and you catch a Breve not looking at your book, like it is the thing you don't look at. Like he will look absolutely anywhere but at your book. And
I mean, I wouldn't like keep it out per se, because I know at least I know that it's kind of like weird to be reading that in public.
so you've got a book
So-
cover over it, like so you
Something like that.
yeah. Okay, so I mean,
It's like he's reading the Bible and he's just reading 50 Shades, just like,
it's
very
like
nice.
I imagine at some point it's like maybe you fall asleep and drop the book, and a Breve picks it up, and he's just like, oh, I wonder what. Oh,
Or I'll say it's really worn down that you can't even read the title of the book from the outside.
He's read it so many times.
That's not why. It's because I don't take care of the books.
Okay. So, it has been about a month now since Malba left, and this is the day that Cyran arrives. Fitz and Thanar, you don't know that. You're sort of expecting them any day now because it's been about a month. So where are you located? Let's say it's midday.
The inn.
I mean, you can go literally anywhere. Fitz, you
the
can
manor.
you can be in the manor. Thanar, you can be training with Ettermath. You can be talking
your
to
mom.
Sildar.
Ow!
Thanar, you can be hanging out with Lynene. It's like you don't have to stay in the
I
inn.
have thought about that.
Well,
You know, we'll do
Yeah.
that because I've thought about it.
okay.
And I
The
went out.
Townmaster's Hall is a bunch of books, right?
The Townmaster's Hall has a book section, sort of like records.
Fitz is gonna see if he can find anything interesting in there.
Okay.
Thanar went out to the forest and picked some white flowers. And now he's hanging out with Lynene.
So I described Lynene as being, did I say
Thick?
as tall or taller than you?
Something around
You
there.
use those words exactly.
Okay.
Thanar didn't just give her flowers because he knows that's not orc shit. He gave them to her and that he took from the Stonehill Inn.
He
He
did
didn't
what?
take it. He bought it. Okay.
What did he do? One more time. You cut out.
He's bringing Lynene flowers from the forest, but he put them in an ale mug from the Stonehill Inn.
Okay.
Because he knows class.
An ale mug, or like maybe a bottle, or like just a mug?
No, just a mug.
A mug, like with a handle. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay.
Flowers are like drenched in.
Okay. Fitz, where are you? You're in the hall. I apologize.
in
Yeah.
the Town Master's Hall,
You're
yeah.
in the Town Master's Hall.
should've
Thanar,
Hey, you guys should be at the same spot when I show up.
are you in the Lion Shield Coster, or are you at her house?
Sure, I'll be right across the street from.
No.
Fitz.
I'm trying to decide where Linene is.
Ah, okay.
Is she at work or at home? I think
Let's roll for it.
I think she's at home. Are you at her house?
Did she invite me to her house?
Yes.
Nice, I'm at her house.
What the
Okay.
fuck?
Shit.
Thanar has less class and charm than the
This
little
lady
bit
has
retarded.
less class and charm than Thanar.
Oh my god, I guess you're right.
So, it is.
Practice safe sex! Tell her you're married first!
It's a really nice day, and you have brought her flowers.
Come on, we both know it's more important, and it's the ale mug.
I think she wants a picnic. And I think she's got the day off. And
Damn. Thanar got lucky.
I
Fitz is
think
gonna show up to that picnic. And
I
you know
think she is going to ask you to go and get a cask of ale.
So I think it's somewhere in the rules that when a wizard feels a really strong emotion, their spellcasting level goes up by 1 temporarily. So he's going to feel very strong disgust, and he's going to cast Fireball, and this whole time's going to hell.
No, she's going to ask you to go buy a cask of ale, something nice, and while she gets a picnic together.
Something nice. The fuck is that?
That's
something strong. That's all you know.
You size her. Roll insight.
Oh, I'm not the level. Hold on. Oh, I'm not. Hold on. No, I'm not the level I need to be for that.
Oh,
nice.
fuck.
Is she interested in some tar and feather?
She has the feather. She wants you to get the tar.
Okay. Well, I suppose I will go to the Hill Inn. It's not the Sleeping Giant.
Flame,
Yes.
are
Yes.
you having a good time? Because if you
Am I
are,
having a good time?
yes, because if you are, this may take a little longer than I expected.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, cool. Because we're going to have Thanar's weird picnic with Linene now.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
I wasn't prepared for this.
So, Thanar, you go to the Stonehill Inn. What is your demeanor?
Horny.
That is exactly what I'm asking.
What? What do you mean? My demeanor to Toblin? No.
Are you... So Linene has just asked you to go get some hooch for the picnic. Because she's got something ready. She was going to go on a picnic already, right? And you showed up at just the right time to go with her. So she has asked you to go get some ale. Are you, like, excited by this? Like, are you in a hurry? Are you Twitter-pated?
I wouldn't say I'm in a hurry. Oh, what? Am I what?
Are you Twitter-pated?
Nah.
Okay.
Thanar's used to bouncing around from town to town. He would only be scared if it went on for longer than 3 dates. That's what he doesn't know how to handle.
Okay. All right. So this is not a date, Thanar. Yet.
Yeah, that's what Thanar's thinking.
Okay. How much is a cask of ale? Hold on. It'll cost you to get something kind of nice.
I thought I'm buying tar.
Oh, you are.
It's whether or not Toblin poisons it.
It'll cost you about 5 gold for something really nice.
I thought I'm buying tar.
Okay. So,
Like, define tar.
ale.
Oh my goodness. That's not what I meant.
You're buying. Okay, so you said tar and feather, which we had previously established is ale and chicken.
No, it wasn't just any ale. It's Toblin's nasty ale.
Oh, okay. So she asked you for something nice.
Yeah, and I rolled insight. What
and
does
you
she think
rolled-
is nice?
Okay. Probably just slightly nicer than what Thanar thinks is nice. So just like
So
imagine
Thanar is Thanar, and he's gonna buy what he thinks is nice.
exactly. So it's like
Perfect.
you have discovered that your tastes align pretty well. So you get the idea that yeah, she'd probably like the same stuff that you like. I mean, like it may be something a little nicer, but you know, you're Thanar.
Okay. So I get this feeling, so I'm not going to buy utter tar. I'll just buy like what Toblin would give at a not just an average dinner, but like if there's a gathering, what he would serve then. Not fancy gathering, but a
Okay.
gathering.
Okay. All right. That's like 5 gold for a small cask, something that could last you a little while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll give Toblin that 5 gold and I'll start walking back across town.
Okay, with it on your shoulder.
Sure.
Okay.
In between his legs.
So it doesn't take you long. You get back to Linene and knock on the door, and when I said that she was as tall, if not a little bit taller than you, I meant it, and she's almost as broad as you are, and she's built like a brick house.
Is she thick?
Yes. Like, what's her name from the WWE?
I don't know. I'm not gay.
Let me see if I can. Yeah, like Dana Bliss from the WWE.
I feel like you mentioned her the first time we met her.
Yeah, I think that's I think I did too. Yeah, that'll do. Let me put this in Discord.
I'm scared to click this picture. Okay, that's not awful.
Yeah,
that could be worse.
But taller. And a little more awkward, but she's in a light blue sundress.
But somehow does manage to not make it look dainty at all.
Oh no. Like this is clearly not her normal attire. Like she's used to wearing like leathers and hide, like cotton basic stuff. And this is just like something nice that she has. She's wearing a pair of light sandals. And she has a basket. And you just see like it's overflowing with chicken and black bread and like blood sausage, and it's just heavy with stick to your ribs barbarian food. And she will say that there is a place nearby that she likes to go, and will head off in that direction with you.
Okay. And Thanar will take the basket, of course.
Of course. And she like resists at first. It's like, I've got this. I'm big, strong. And then like in the middle of being slightly offended at the like, no, I'll carry that for you. It's like, I don't need your oh, yes.
Her knees just go weak and she falls over.
No. It's like her knees have not been weak since she was 3 years old. And it's like, I don't need your help. I've got, oh, yes, here, the basket. You may have that. And then she's donning the traditional feminine attire sort of thing. It's like, oh, yes, you may carry the basket because it's what a gentleman does. And she's unfamiliar with this, a bit awkward about it. And you head off over just a little bit behind Edermath's place, probably over by this little stream up here. And we'll sort of obscure that for a while. Fitz, you roll investigation just to see what you find.
Roll what?
Investigation.
All right.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for either something of magical interest that Fitz hasn't read yet, or my favorite novel, or a new novel from a just released author called Tusk Love.
So help me. So that's what you're looking for. And when you actually,
or just like something interesting about the town. He's just kind of trying to find shit to fill his time.
So you're looking for books. And what you find are records. This is not a library. This is like a records room. So if somebody needs to know, like, what the shipment to the shop front was, like 2 years ago, this is where you'd go. And yeah, you find.
He thought he'd try.
Hmm.
He thought he'd try.
Yeah. You find. Just some general documents about sort of some lineage of Aldeth Tresendar, who owned Tresendar Manor. You learn that he was a lord from one of the small sort of towns nearby.
Is Sarah in the building?
Yeah.
I want to ask him to say, hey, Sarah?
Yes.
Do you have any books I could read?
Well, most of the books that are in town would probably be in private collections.
Yeah, that's why I don't have any books that I could.
Oh, you're asking if Sarah has any books that you could borrow?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, she will say that she has a couple, but they're probably like not particularly your taste.
I'll take a look at them. I'm bored enough to read anything at this point.
She's a little nervous. I really don't think there's like anything that you would like there.
Honestly, I'm sure I read all the time. It's one of my favorite hobbies. I'm sure whatever you have is great.
She's twirling her hair around a finger. I'm sure that anything that like I would have would be You've probably read it already. Maybe you should like talk to
I could
Darren.
do with a read.
No, maybe you should like.
You look like a very smart, bookish
should-
girl. I feel like you would have some good stuff.
No, I don't read all that like much.
Can I cast a spell?
I mean, you are a wizard.
I want to cast suggestion, and the course of activity will be show me your book collection.
All right, hold on. I'm doing a ruling here. Let me see what I got.
I think it works like this.
Will she see you casting the spell though?
I don't think they get mad at this, right? It doesn't say that.
You suggest an activity to a creature of your choice that you can see and that can hear and understand you. You're limited to 2 sentences. Creatures that can't be charmed are immune. The suggestion must be worded to make the action sound reasonable. Asking the creature to do something obviously self-harmful ends the spell. Somebody gasped. Why?
Might have been me on accident.
Okay. Target makes a wisdom save. On a failure, it performs the action. The action can continue the entire duration. Stars.
She won't get mad, right? It's not like Charm Person where it's like they become actively hostile after.
I mean, so no, it's not hostile action. It may be like something where she regrets doing it later.
But does she know that she was suggested?
I mean, it doesn't say she does.
And that's what I was thinking.
I mean,
how do you cast a spell?
it has
It's verbal and then some
material.
components.
Yeah, it doesn't even have somatic components. Okay, all right. What is your spell save DC?
Oh fuck! I forgot I had to actually pass it. God damn it! 14.
Okay, hold on, because I've got to do a thing.
Oh please! I've never wanted something so bad.
I need you to tell me within 2 sentences what you ask her to do.
Can it be 1?
I mean, within 2.
Okay.
To make it sound reasonable now.
Well, it says right after that sentence, elaborating on the sound reasonable, it just says not harm itself. So is reasonable something that would be potentially socially ostracizing or just painful and physically threatening to the subject of the spell?
I mean, yeah, it has to be like harmful, like actually harmful, not like socially harmful.
I'm gonna say, this is just a game for Fitz now at this point. I shall say, I think you probably have some great books, so I'd really love it. Or no, I'll say, I think you have some great books. I'd love it if you would show me your book collection. Will you please show me your book collection? And we're home.
Okay. So, what is your spell save DC?
14.
Okay. So, I imagine that when you say this, Fitz's voice becomes smooth as silk. Everything about you becomes more sort of alluring to sort of make everyone feel at ease around you.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Like that.
Shush. And there is a brief twinkle of lights in Sarah's eyes before and she's definitely like weighing it over. She's thinking about it, and she goes to stand up, and she's like, No, I really like most of what I read is it's like dime store garbage. It's not great. I rolled a 17.
I figure. Oh, that's all right. Maybe another time then.
Yeah, maybe you should ask Darren. Darren might actually have some books you care about.
You know. I'm gonna. Do I know where she lives?
Yes, she lives with Myrna Dendrar.
I guess I won't break into her house.
Yeah, maybe don't break into the widow's house.
If she lived anywhere else, I was about to fucking bust down her door and find her porn club. But
I don't know why, but okay.
because Vince is nosy. Are you kidding me?
So where are you going from here?
God, I don't. Fitz doesn't want to talk. Not that he doesn't like Ettermath, he just doesn't want to.
Okay.
I guess he'll head over there to just putz around and decide what he wants to do.
Okay.
And so he'll be walking over. And can he see Thanar from here?
First of all, you don't even really get there. You sort of get into the middle of town square when you see the wagons roll up. And you hear them before you see them, of course. And it sort of reminds you of the moment when Halia rolled out. So you may stop and look. And coming over coming down the hill, because this Phandolin's in a bit of a valley, you see a stagecoach pulled by 4 horses.
Is it covered?
Yeah, stagecoach.
Okay, so you can't see inside of it?
No.
Okay, good.
But roll perception just to see how soon it is that you see this.
It's gonna run me over probably.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So
Your perception's so bad.
Dude, all of my wisdom things have a -1. It's so harmful to my character.
So you roll down. You see them roll down this winding path, and you see the stagecoach, followed by 3 men on horses, followed by 2 covered wagons, Conestoga wagons, I think they're called, and those are followed by 4 more men on horses. And they get somewhere between 300 and 500 yards out when you recognize some of the banners. The covered wagon, the stagecoach has the banner of Helm's Hold. The banners of the 3 people in the middle you don't recognize, but you seem to you don't recognize who they're for, but you've seen them on some pieces of Sildar's livery. And there are no banners with the last wagon, and they're rolling into town at a fair clip.
What did you say the first one was?
Helm's Hold.
Okay. I guess I'll stop and wait to see what the fuck is up.
All right. They roll.
I cast Fireball.
No. They roll into town. They sort of break once they get into town. The 2 wagons in the back stop at Barthen's, just outside of Barthen's, over here, just outside of this wall. And you can see that as soon as they do, they start dismounting and sort of making sure that everything's in place. The stagecoach will pull around in front of the townmaster's hall with the 3 knights. Let me see. How many knights would actually be with it? 5. There are 5 knights.
69.
Yeah, there are 5 knights with this covered wagon, and it pulls up.
Are they going to Freddy's?
No, they are going to the townmaster's hall. And it
Oh.
stops. And the door opens, and a tall, thin man with a turban gets out. And he is wearing an outfit kind of similar to what Garail was wearing, but his stole bears the markings of helm. You've clearly met this man before. This is Abriv Hadam. And he is followed by a man in... followed out of the wagon by a man in black clothes or darker colored clothes that you've not seen before. 2 of the knights will hitch their horses at the front of the hall and will step to the sides of the stagecoach. The other 3, one of whom is very large and very shiny in his armor, will hitch up on the other side of the hall and will go immediately inside, holding the door for Hadam and his friend. Any particular reason?
Don't worry.
Okay.
I got a plan.
Okay, cool. It doesn't matter. Yeah. What does Fitz do when this strange band dismounts and heads inside?
Gonna... Oh, he's so nosy. He's gonna follow.
Okay.
But, like, casually follow.
All right. So you approach this stagecoach, and the 2 knights look at you.
Hey, guys!
Good afternoon.
Gonna keep walking into the townmaster's hall.
Okay. One of them puts 2 fingers to their lips and gives a sharp whistle.
He's gonna walk faster.
Okay. So you you bust in, and Sarah is kind of visibly shaken. And she'll call you over. Fitz, now I have been using Fitz a lot. Does Fitz mind that? Does he tell people to call him Fitz?
Fitz to do what?
Does Fitz mind being called Fitz, or does he prefer Fitzgerald?
I think when he wants to feel powerful, he tells people to call him Fitzgerald.
Okay, so has he given Sarah permission to call him Fitz?
Not directly, but if that's what she feels like she should call him, then he's not going to complain yet.
Yet.
Fitzgerald, no, she would definitely. Fitz, do you know what's going on?
No, are you okay?
There's a lot of swords. Like, these men mean business.
Yeah, did I see the Priot earlier?
Yes, you did.
Okay. I saw my contact back at Helm's Hold, but I don't know what he's... Oh. Wait. I'm sure it's fine.
I mean, if you're sure, okay, but this is weird.
It's very weird.
What do you do now?
Do I see him in the building, Mr. Abrieve?
Let me see. What would have happened? You don't see him, but you hear loud voices from the sheriff's office.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find out what's up.
Okay. How do I describe what's happening in here? So,
Am I in there?
you are.
Okay, so that's going to be difficult for what I want to do.
Okay.
Can I not be in there?
Where
Is that
did
an option?
So where did you go?
Where would I have gone? I don't even know.
I mean, you
Like,
could
I
have
would
you
just-
could have stayed in the
You
wagon.
could just sit. You could sit in the
Yeah,
wagon reading your.
Yeah,
script, just,
I
like,
would prefer to just sit in the wagon.
Everyone's left, so you just like on.
Okay.
Yeah. A brief was just like, I'll
God.
take care of this, and I'll just sit in the wagon and continue reading because I don't know if we're there yet. Like, I don't know if this.
Oh no,
is
you
the-
definitely do know you're there.
Oh, never mind. I'll just wait till a brief comes back before
Okay. So it's like
I do anything.
The two knights that are guarding the wagon got a breathe out, and they looked at you, and then closed the door, very confused. Okay, so you're not in there.
I'm not trying to be sneaky, but I'm not trying to be.
Okay, so you're like
And if it takes a while, I'll eventually walk in.
okay, cool. All right, so you walk in, and we'll switch maps. I did make the map. I might as well use it.
Oh god, the lighting is so fucking bad.
Dude, my
Just
dog just
drop lighting for this
disappeared. Feels
one.
bad.
It just looks weird.
What?
The lighting for this one just looks weird.
Well, that's because it's weird. Sorry.
It looks real weird when I don't see anything.
I can't. It'd
It's
probably
all
be
black
this
and
one.
I'm sad.
Oh,
All
you guys
black
can't
everything.
see it. Wait, you? Oh, right, because there's. Okay, hold on.
There's a lot of
Foggy,
really,
foggy,
really
fog.
fucking weird lighting.
Hold on. Hold on.
There we go.
There we go. All right, that's fine. I need this one. Okay. That'll just sort of have to do.
Happy Energy Sword Sunday, you guys.
All right, so Fitz, Abrieve Hadam, so you are here talking to Sarah, who is behind the counter in the chair. And you hear voices coming from over here. You hear Sildar and a very loud voice, and that's about it. They're just sort of yelling back and forth. There's not angry, it's just loud.
I'm gonna come over here and do the cool guy pose against the wall, and I'm gonna conjure anything I can read.
I mean, you probably do have those old books with you. Those old
I'm gonna
text.
conjure a book.
Oh, okay, cool.
Is it upside down?
Possibly, yeah.
Abrieve is here leaning against the wall in the same pose. And there's just this moment where he slowly looks over at you, and then just his chin goes up and then back down. Just gives you the oh hey nod.
I'll do the same thing and then lick my fingers and turn the page very slowly.
Oh, I thought it was something else for a second.
Abrieve will smile and go back to listening in on the very loud conversation. This is about Oh, shoot. Iarno Albrecht. And you hear Sildar sort of laying out sort of what has led up to this. He has the Black Spider's note, and you hear him use the name Sylvain to speak to this very shiny gentleman who is holding his helmet under his arm. The helmet has a very long red plume out of the top of it. And he will say,
"Yes, Sildar. I was very disappointed to hear that Iarno had fallen to darkness, but we shall return him to the Lord's Alliance and deal with him as is appropriate."
and how to, like, does this continues for a bit of time. You can see Iarno over there behind the wall, and he is very nervous, but he's trying not to look He's looking down at the ground, sweating. His knees are weak,
Cool guy posing.
arms are heavy. Does Fitz do anything?
No, he just kind of sits here.
Okay, cool.
He doesn't really feel like he should be listening in, but he's going to anyways.
All right, so this continues for some time. Just silence, and not silence, just loud talking. There will eventually be a break in the conversation, and Sylvain will say,
"Yes, well then. I suppose we shall be leaving bright and early in the morning to return this traitor back to the Order. So until then, are there any accommodations in town for my men and I?"
And Sildar will say,
"I believe you will find the Stonehill Inn to be to your liking, sir." "Yes, yes, indeed. Indeed. Well, we shall head there presently. And, gentlemen,"
and he will rise, click his heels together, and Sildar rises as well, salutes, their salute is returned, and Sylvain turns sharply on a heel and marches out the door past you. He'll look down at you and say,
"I say, fellow, were you listening to our conversation?"
I'm gonna evaporate the book in my hand with a snap, and I'm gonna be like, maybe.
"That's very rude, sir. How could you? Don't you have any manners?" "Sildar! Sildar, do you know this
Like
fellow?"
that.
and Sildar will sigh and say,
"It's probably Fitzgerald."
Don't give me away so easily, Sildar.
and he'll come around to the door, and it's like you can hear Abriv Hadam sort of sniggering.
"Sylvain, this is a member of the Everwatch Rangers out of Helm's Hold. This is Fitzgerald Fizzlebang, a gnome wizard, very useful. He was one involved with the capture of Iarno here." You say, "Ah, yes, you there. The wizard, yes. I thank you kindly for your help in apprehending this vicious criminal. I hope that you have been properly rewarded."
Oh, most certainly.
"Yes,
Most.
well then. The Lord's Alliance offers you our deepest, humblest gratitude, and we hope to work with you well in the future. Now,
Thank you very much.
I am very thirsty from the road and would like a drink. So, if you'll excuse me, sirs.
And he'll click his heels, turn, and walk out. Taking his two other knights with him. As soon as he leaves, Sildar deflates a bit.
Commanding officers.
What the hell was that, Sildar?
That was a higher ranking member of the Lord's Alliance than I. That is the Grand Sylvain Beckard. Bit noisy for my taste, but very effective as a paladin.
It's things a bit noisy. What am I?
Anyway. So he will be escorting Iarno here to the proper authorities. Come
Came
dawn's...
all this way for that?
Huh?
All this way for that?
Fitz, Iarno is a traitor to the cause.
I know. It just seems overkill, I guess.
Indeed.
And he'll go back to his desk.
Okay, if it's just gonna walk out then.
Fitzgerald,
What?
I believe that you have forgotten something.
I forgot he was here because he didn't have a token.
Yeah, don't worry.
Oh, hey, AH, what's up? See what I did there? I abbreviated your name. How are you?
Dealing with you is a charm as usual, Fitzgerald. So, how have things been?
They're good. And how's the wife?
Fitzgerald, I am married to my work. You know this.
That's what I was asking.
The work is fine, Fitzgerald.
Why does everyone hate me?
I can't imagine.
You do it to yourself.
And he will say, Sildar, it was a pleasure to meet you. I hope that I could borrow the room in the back here for a later engagement. And Sildar will, of course, agree. He's like, yeah, thank you very much. I will be taking my leave then. And he will walk out and say, come along, Fitz. I think we have much to speak about. I feel like this is not the Indian accent that I'm going for. But
I kind of thought it was African at first.
Yeah, no, I'm getting hints of African as well.
It was a lot worse earlier, but
Yeah, I think I'm sort of reaching that middle ground. And he'll walk out and he'll say, so I hope that Mauba was able to get on his way well.
it seems like it. Yes.
That is very good. It was a great disappointment that he had to go the way that he did, but I hope that he and his family are doing well, or will do well in the future.
I hope so too.
Now, let me see here. I believe that... And he looks around, he's like, Where is Cyran?
Oh.
The new guy.
Oh.
Mauba's replacement came with me. He should have been here.
That's odd.
And he'll go to the cart. He knocks on the door.
At this
It's
point,
just like leaning against the wall under the Time Master's
at
Hall.
this point, I finished my book like casually. I was like interact with people before finishing my book. I was almost done.
Okay.
And
yeah, I've done that.
I casted the spell.
Okay. So when you hear the knock on the door, Cyran,
oh, fuck.
are you in there?
Yes.
Why?
Oh, do you want me to come out? I just finished my book.
I mean, you cannot be a member of the hold if you are in the cart. You
Oh,
ca-
I'm sorry. And so I guess I'll get up and open up the door.
okay.
And when I open up the door, what you see is a person standing in front of you with a long blonde hair, a shortish sundress, just like really casual clothing, and she's also a girl.
Is
Oh,
she
and one specific
obviously
thing.
Female?
Yeah, she's obviously female, and she's wearing white, the white gloves that you can wear on your girls wear in their hands sometimes. She's wearing those.
And they go like up to your elbows, like those, or past?
Sure.
Is it the long ones? Okay.
Those are like diplomatic gloves.
The Pride and Prejudice ones.
Yeah, and she also there's I don't know. Never mind, I can't do that.
You can do whatever you want.
No, that wouldn't be part of
Okay,
what I'm
that's fine.
trying to do.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so I'll step down and say hi. My name's Kyra.
No.
No.
Come
on.
Hold on.
Okay.
You open the door, and Abriv Hadam looks at you, and then super casually, just offers you his hand.
Okay.
He's gonna help you out of the cart.
Okay. And then I'll walk over to Fitz and say, hi, my name's Kyra, and I'll put out my hand, with the top of my hand facing up and put it, in front of him.
What do you do?
I'm putting my right hand out, so, the top of my hand is, faced upwards, as if you were supposed to, kiss my hand as, an intro kind of thing.
So is this one of those, is this a dominance display, or is this just how the ladies do?
It could be seen as that, yeah. Also, keynote, I'm also shaking tremendously, I'm incredibly nervous with what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to act confident, but you can tell that I'm not 100% into it.
Fitz is gonna reach from under your hand and turn it into a shaking position. He's gonna shake your hand.
I won't let you do that.
Oh, he's gonna try, and he'll just take his hand back and he's clasp his hands together in front of his chest and be like, "I'm Fitzgeralt Fizzlebang at your service. You must be the replacement."
My hand's still out, and I look at it, and I feel there's a look on my face of disgust, you didn't treat me correctly, kind of thing. I look noble-esque, and you tried to shake my hand.
So Thanar, how's the date going?
Come on, no.
How is it going?
I ask you first.
I want you guys to roleplay Hot and Steamy Picnic, please.
I really don't want to do exactly that.
Okay, so let's say that it's been about an hour since you got to the river. You two have been enjoying each other's company. I imagine you had many chickens. We're talking fried chicken legs the size of your fist. I said blood sausage before. I said black bread. How much of the ale have you gone through in an hour?
Oh, definitely almost all of it.
That's a lot, my dude. Let's say half of it.
I don't know, man.
Okay, so have you been drinking or eating or both?
Why not both, man? It
Okay.
sounds like a lot of bread. You need to wash it down somehow.
Okay, no. That's okay. Okay, cool. All right. She will, she is trying to sit like a lady, but it's not working. Too many muscles. There's this whole game that she's trying to play, and she's not trying to play it so much as she's trying to act like a proper lady, because that's how you're supposed to behave around someone that you... Anyway. Oh, I see. All right, so what are you guys talking about? So tell me what you guys talked about.
Oh God, I would walk away.
I was telling her about Darren at her math's adventures.
So she's
'Cause we're
definitely surprised by that. Like she knew that Edermath could kind of take care of himself in a fight, but she didn't know he was an adventurer.
So yeah, I'll tell her about my adventures in decapitating a bugbear. Same thing.
So this she's super interested in. She wants to know what they looked like. She wants to know what they smelled like. Like, what was it like fighting a bugbear?
The thought crosses Thanar's mind to say they look a little like you, but he doesn't say that because he's also trying.
Wow. That's
But
awful.
Doesn't say it.
Okay. All right. So what I want from you is, how do you want the date to go? Excuse me. How do you want the picnic to go?
Like a date.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, it continues. Let me have a... So this stuff is probably pretty tough. I want a con save.
Oh, okay. Oh no.
Okay.
Oh
So
no.
so you're both getting a little tipsy.
Oh yeah, that was the goal.
Well, it's like this is real good and tipsy. Loosening up a bit. It's like, maybe you've taken off your weapons pouch or whatever. It's like you've laid them off to the side, and she's interested in your maul.
Sad I wasn't wearing my sword.
Well, no. So you didn't take your weapons, like you dropped them off at the inn.
No. I'm saying I'm sad you didn't say she's interested in your sword.
Oh no, she wants to see your mace.
Ah, okay.
And do you let her see Lightbringer?
Oh yes, I make it glow. Every
She
time
is-
I possibly can.
She is excited about this hammer. Like, it is really cool, and she takes it, and
I'll
it's
do the
like,
thing where you're like helping somebody do something, and so like she has her hand on it, and so I put my hand around hers and make it glow.
oh, she shrugs you right off. It's like, no. And it's like, no, actually, hold on. I need a strength saving throw.
Goodness.
Oh boy.
Why a strength saving throw?
Let me have it first. Yeah, okay. So, she takes this thing, and she's a little rough to get up. It's like she's wobbling a bit, and then she stands, and she, hefts it like she's going to whack somebody, and you go over to, show her how to do it. And when she,
oh no, it wasn't that. It was to make it glow.
Oh, yeah.
Not to show her how to use it.
Well, it's like, but her thought is, oh, he's going to show me how to do it. She, shoulders you a bit, and you stumble, straight backwards, probably a good 5 feet away. And it's about this time that you realize you have just given a maul to a woman that is easily as big as you are. And she holds this thing and hiccups and then laughs. Like a hearty gut laugh, and it's the most comfortable you've seen her in the entire afternoon. And she apologizes and gives you the thing back.
Neat.
We return now to the scene outside of the town master's hall.